Hi friends, today we are going to discuss a very wonderful essay. So before starting this essay, let me ask you three questions. So first question is, can Google replace books? Tell me. Second question is, do successful people read books every day? And third question is reading enough or should we think critically? So, hi dear friends, today we are going to discuss of studies by Francis Bacon. And today we shall discover how Francis Bacon answered these questions more than 400 years ago. So, let's introduce Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon, born in 1561 to 1626, he is known as a father of English essay. He was also philosopher, scientist, statesman, father of empiricism. Empiricism means knowledge gathering by experience. So he was also known as father of empiricism, and it was his belief knowledge comes through observation. So that is known as empiricism. And he was known as a very famous personality for essay writing. So his major work was essay, and next one his major work was the advancement of learning, and another one was Novum Organum or New Atlantis. So we will discuss first about the historical background of that period. So Francis Bacon was the writer of Renaissance period. You know, Renaissance period was from 14th century to 17th century, and the most famous period was in Renaissance time, Elizabethan period, and after that Jacobean period. And in Elizabethan period, the England was ruling most of the continent of the world. So that time it was the golden period for England. So shall we discuss about the theme of Renaissance period? In Renaissance period, there was the revival of learning. It means most of people were searching for new thing. They don't have belief on traditional thing. They want to explore new thing, and this time lots of scientists were in that time who were inventing new thing like and also there was lots of explorer. For example, Columbus discovered America, Vasco da Gama discovered India, and many more. So this time it was the revival of learning, it was the humanism. It means the shift from God center to human center. It means they were giving priority to human being rather than beliefs or superstition. And another thing is scientific inquiry. In this period, there was lots of things which were discovered in this Renaissance period, and people people started thinking rationally. Earlier, they used to believe on traditional thinking, but this time uh, they started rational thinking, and in this period they giving priority to the individualism. Means the person's freedom and their individual thinking process, etc. So the Bacon belongs to the Renaissance, where education shifted from merely accepting authority to questioning, observing, and experimenting. It means people started questioning on authority, and they started inventing new thing, and they start doing experimentation. So now we will discuss about the essay. The title of the essay is Of a Study, and it was published in 1597, and later it expanded in 1612 and 1625. And the genre is didactic essay. It means the essay written in the form of dialogue. Now we will discuss about the theme, the importance and proper use of the studies. So by the end of today's class, we will discuss the and we will explain the Bacon's idea of studies, and the aphoristic style of Bacon's, and we will analyze Renaissance value, and after that we will apply Bacon's idea in modern life. What is the importance of Bacon's idea in contemporary period or modern life? And then we will evaluate reading habits. So now we will start reading the text. So the first line is, studies serve for delight, for ornament, for ability. It means there are three purpose of education. First, delight. It means reading gives personal happiness. For example, reading novel for pleasure. And next is for ornament. It means education improves conversation, make a person cultured. And another one is for ability. It means knowledge helps solve problem, improves professional skills. So can you give example of the book that provide you delight, ornament, or ability? Think about it. Now we will discuss another line. Their chief use for delight is in privateness and retiring. It means reading gives peace. Books become companion today, like silent reading, meditation, libraries. For ornament is in discourse. It means education improves communication. Education Educated people express ideas effectively. And tell me, why why do interviewer values communication skill? Now we will discuss another line. For ability is in the judgment and disposition of business. It means knowledge improves decision making, application, teaching, management, administration, civil services, and research also. And we will come to next line. Crafty man condemns studies. It means cunning people dislike education because education questions authority. Can ignorance become a tool of manipulation? So tell me about this. Now we will go to next line. Simple men admire them. Some people blindly worship education without understanding. And next line is wise men use them. One of the Bacon's greatest aphorism. Knowledge should be applied. Is knowledge without application useful? Tell me. And next line is reading makes a fool man. It means reading enriches knowledge. It means reading increases your knowledge, your vocabulary, your ideas, your experience, your thinking, everything. If you will read continuously, it will increase. And another line is conference a ready man. It means conference makes you ready man. For example, if you have to present anything in seminar or you have to present your paper, then you will have to definitely make your presentation ready, and you will have to also ready so that you will able to present yourself. So that's why conference makes a ready man. And another line is writing an exact man. Writing develops your accuracy, your logic, your precision, your critical thinking. So writing is the one which is the most important, and it makes you exact man. So tell me one writers who learned the most. And now we will go to next line. If a man write little, he had need have a great memory. It means writing strengthens memory. Without writing, one forgets easily. So we should focus on writing. For if we will writing, we will have developed a great memory. And another line is, if he confer little, he had need have a present wit. It means discussion develops spontaneous thinking, like you are suddenly anywhere, so it develops your spontaneous thinking. And next line is, if he read little, he had need have much cunning. It means ignorance often pretend to know. So tell me, can social media create false confidence? Now we will go to next line. Read not to contradict and confute. It means don't read merely to argue. Now next line is, nor to believe and take for granted. It means avoid blinding acceptance, critical thinking, nor to find talk and discourse. It means don't read only to impress other, but to weigh and consider the central philosophy, for critical analysis, for reflective thinking. And it is the best question of this essay. Some books are to be tested. It means different book require different reading strategy. Other to be siloed. It means read, and some few to be chewed and digest, and some few to be chewed and digest. So great books require deep understanding. So tell me, which book should be chewed and digest? Shakespeare or Milton or Mahabharata? Which one you like most? Or you like to read constitution or research article? Which one you likes to read? And you are thinking that this book we should chewed and digest. And next line is, reading makes a full man, conference makes a ready man, writing makes an exact man. It is the most famous aphorism. And history makes, another line is, history makes wise. It means history teaches experience. Poets witty. It means poetry develops imagination. The mathematics subtle. Mathematics develops reasoning. Natural philosophy deep. Science develops inquiry. And moral grave. It means ethic develops character. Logic and rhetoric able to contended. It means logic and rhetoric develops debate capacity, reasoning capacity, and argumentation. And here is the final line: a studies pass into an influence manner. It means education shapes personality. So the rhyme of this poem, there is not any rhyme scheme. Reason of a study is essay. It is not a poem. It is written in prose, so concepts like rhyme scheme, meter, and stanza pattern do not apply. Since of a study is a prose essay rather than a poem, it has no rhyme scheme or material pattern. Its artistic quality comes from balanced sentence, aphorism, parallelism, and rhetorical style. And there are some literary feature in this poem applied, like aphorism, antithesis, enumeration, allusion, deductive tone, etc. So now we will look for critical comment about this poem. So T.S. Eliot says, Bacon's prose is remarkable for precision and intellectual discipline. Now Hugh Walker, who said about Bacon, Bacon essay are compact wisdom. Now Ben Jonson, Bacon filled little book with great knowledge, and it is a very famous comment by Ben Jonson that Bacon filled little books with great knowledge. So the conclusion of this poem and this essay of a study is more than a Renaissance essay. It is a timeless guide to lifelong learning. Francis Bacon reminds us that education is not merely the accumulation of information, but the cultivation of judgment, communication, and character. In today's world of digital information and artificial intelligence, his advice, read not to contradict and confute, but to weigh and consider, is even more relevant. As teacher, our responsibility is not only to help students acquire knowledge, but also to inspire them to think critically, communicate effectively, and apply learning wisely. And here we have some question for you as an assignment. If you want to work on, you can work on. So it is the first question: explain the meaning of some books are to be tested, others siloed, and some few to be chewed and digest. It is very famous quote of this essay. So you have to explain this line. And here is for another assignment for you. So write down the answer of this question. Who is the father of who is known as the father of English essay? And second question is, name the three purposes of the of studies according to Bacon. And number 3, which discipline does Bacon say makes people subtle? And next question is, what literary device is most characteristic of Bacon's essay? So it's all about today. I think you should work on assessment and write down the answer of all these questions, so it will be better for your future. And if you want to ask any question and which topic you want to have video, you can comment. I will definitely make video related to that. So thank you so much to listening to me.